Yo, welcome back to BBT Media and Entertainment. I got Bochinche del Box, del Bueno. Here we have the machine, Papa. Marquez Valle today. Another knockout. Congratulations, champ.
Thank you. Thanks for coming, checking it out.
Yo, man, break us down, bro. What was going on in there, man?
It was a good fight. I had the same as always as every fight. You gotta lock in, feel out the opponent, and do what you gotta do to win.
I have a question for you. All your fights I see is like I feel like you want to feel these guys' kind of power and he says, okay, which level am I going to go? Am I going to go full throttle? Am I going to 40, 50, 60, 70, or 80%? I mean, obviously you always played a great game, a great fight. I'm very impressed with your power today. Just your ability to just dominate is just impressive.
Thank you. It's all in the gym. Everything that we do, we just train as hard as we can, all around the around the clock, around the board.
24/7.
Yeah, to be ready for anything and adjust and do what you gotta do to win.
You did a fantastic job. I'm very impressed. I've always been impressed with you. You and I go a long way. I love your dedication. I see you on Instagram. You're the hardest working man I've ever seen. And congratulations. And it shows off today.
Thank you. I appreciate you checking me out, and it's been a pleasure to know you since I started this, and that you're still here watching me. I love it.
Hey, since the amateur all started, and he's aware what amateur does. You, of course, went to 2020 Olympian. You were there. Hey, now now you're moving up rounds. I saw you was kind of get a feeling of his power. Is it something you was doing intentionally, or he was getting in there because it seemed like you was allowing him to hit you?
It's boxing. You obviously I don't want to get hit. But with the game how it is, you're gonna take some punches, and you just gotta. It's who's gonna adjust.
And the reason I say that is because you remind me of Trinidad so much, and I've spoken to your coach about it. Trinidad will get smacked, and it was just like the hawk turns green. Yeah. Something triggers right away in you, man.
It's not that something triggers. It's just the same plan from the start to the finish. To win. That's all. That's all it is.
I have a question. I want to talk to your trainer. I have a question for him. So I got several questions for you. Give me what grade do you give him? What do you see he's done better? What he's impressive? What he's doing better, and what he needs to work on?
Well, I'm tough on all of them, and sometimes I have to pull back. But this is a tough sport.
Yes.
And sometimes you have to deal with different fighters differently and manage them and communicate. I can't communicate with him like I communicate with his brother or the other fighters. So with him, I have to wear kid gloves, but sometimes I got to hit him when he ain't looking. What I'm trying to say is that I'm happy with the win. But there are a lot of things that he needs to work on. A lot. But the only way we get to that point is through experience.
Absolutely.
So that's the bottom line. I'm happy he won. I'm happy that he got a victory in front of his fans. He put a lot of hard work into it. And it's very difficult right now in all their stages, right? Because to cultivate a young fighter is extremely difficult.
Absolutely.
Everybody gets made fighters. So, for example, he's 15-0. Everybody's ready to take him.
Yeah.
But nobody went through the grind and the vision and everything else. So what I would tell him is that we're back to the gym. And we're back to working on fundamentals. It's fundamentals. There's nothing so difficult about boxing.
He's a young fighter, and he still has a lot of growing to do. And obviously, you as a trainer, you got to every fight he has, you got to move him up to the next level. And that's what your job is, And the good thing is he listens to you. Obviously, I saw that he listens to you, and that's a great combination. And and it's honors to you and honors to him what he does.
It's hard to hear people when you're fighting out there, but today, I don't know, it was something different that everything slowed down and all I heard was his voice.
Yeah, well, you know what it is the fact that you're learning to adapt to him and listen to only one person. And that's what a great champion does. Listen, a great champion hears everybody, but absolutely, like even me as a former world champion, that's what I did. You tune into his voice.
Yep.
It's having command, right? It's having that special command, and it starts in the gym, right? You can't. What's the point that you had your trainers in the corner if you couldn't follow command or even listen? It's a waste of time.
And that is so important because when you eventually, because you will get in a stage with thousands and thousands of people, you'll be able to block the fans or the crowd, whether they're on your side or not, and just listen to the voice.
100%. And I just want to say something. When he said this is boxing, I take that. He is a very engaging fighter. He's engaging, right? But do we have to work on head movement? Absolutely. The method and the key to the sport is make him miss, make him pay. So that's what we want to get. But this guy's a contact fighter, so you're going to see a lot of contact with him.
I known Marquez since he was a young teenager. And I seen him progress, and he's doing better and better. And congratulations to you. I see the progress in him. And he knows me. I as a former world champion. I was defense. Because listen, you can be the greatest fighter in boxing history, but if you get knocked out, no one's gonna know it. And I want the world to see his talent, because he's talented. He works harder. It's like, and Marcus, what I always tell you every time I see you.
Defense, that's right, yeah.
100%, right? Defense first, right? Intelligence before bravery. So,
the defense
we're getting there.
Your defense comes in, that's where your counterpunching comes in.
Mm-hmm.
You master your defense, your offense, you master your defense, now you can combine both of them and become a great counterpuncher. Mm-hmm. That's the key to success, because what happens is that as you develop, these guys are going to get tougher,
mm-hmm.
right? And you have to be sneakier than they are.
Right. And you say you build it one brick at a time?
Absolutely. And listen, you're doing a beautiful job.
Thank you. I appreciate it, especially coming from an ex-world champion.
Thank you.
Well, Mark, we know that everything you touch turns to gold. So, you're blessed in that part with the communication that you have with your fighters and the ability to get, and click. Because, we see this a lot with father-son, but not in this case.
No, not at all. And listening to what he said, coming from an ex-world champion, I'm telling you, right, it is so difficult to cultivate a young fighter. It is not easy. It is not easy to become a world champion. I can imagine all the ups and downs. And I went through it with Edgar Berlanga. I started Edgar. You know how much I went through? Nobody sees it. It's the same thing with these guys. So it just takes time. And you know what? And this kid is going to go very far for one reason. He's disciplined. Very disciplined.
I got to say this. Listen, his dad was very strict with him, and for his dad to give you control of his son's career, that speaks volumes about your ability to train fighters and to be a great trainer.
Trust.
And
Yes.
and the key to that, I'm glad you mentioned it. The key to that with me is that I have to communicate with him, because there's no one that knows him better than him. So when he passes it to me, I pass the ball right back. Like, what do you think? What do we? So that's how we operate. That's it. That's it.
One man sport, but it's the biggest team that you don't see.
True.
With his guidance, you can't be a world champion without your dad.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't be where you're at. So
100%.
it takes, like I said, what is the saying? It takes a village to raise a child.
right.
And the child has become a man and a storm.
Yeah.
Congratulations! Look forward to seeing a lot of more knockouts.
Pleasure, champ.
Yo, congratulations again, Coach. Great job. Yo, this is the man right here, bro. Pro Box TV, man. You gotta tune in. Come out here, Plant City, man. These fights, these guys. Today's stars, tomorrow's champion, brother. And yo, give me that. He don't like the camera, but we got the other half, bro. Dominic, another 126 killer here. We'll see him in the next event for sure. These guys work 8 days a week. I don't know where they get the extra day, but they do, man. Yo, BBT, subscribe, hit the bell, bing, 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 if you want to see some more of this. And I got a surprise next week from you guys. I got somebody that I'm going to be interviewing. Yes, indeed. Más bochinche, para que sepan. No de la suegra, del box. Yo, tune in. God bless and keep punching.